I have seen 18 TV shows this year, and I wanted to come on and talk about my top five. I'm gonna talk about all of them, but I'm gonna talk about them real quick. But the top five, I'm gonna get a bit deep into them, even though I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I just want to give my opinions because this year has been really good for TV shows. Well, at least for me. So I'm gonna name all of them real quick. 6 Feet Under from Arcane, The Good Place, Mr. Robot, Attack on Titans, The White Lotus, Succession, Peacemaker, Barry, Butterfly, Alias, War of the Worlds, Defiance, Fleabag, Death's Game, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Vinland Saga, and Welcome to Derry. So these are all the shows I've seen. So I'm gonna talk about my top five TV shows. I'm gonna talk about my top fifth, and then I'll go to my number one. So my top fifth would have to be 6 Feet Under. This show is one of the most heartbreaking shows I've seen. It's basically about life and death, and it's about this family who have a funeral home and how they deal with everything. So, like I say, the weakest season in this show would be season four, and the best season would be season five. Now, one thing I love about this TV show, like really love, and I think is like probably one of the best things I've seen, is the ending. I think this show has my top three endings I have seen in a TV show ever. Like it is really good. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I just wanted to say that ending is really fucking good. And even the overall show is good. Like I'm not saying you should watch this show just for the sake of the ending, but the ending is really good. Anyway, let's talk about my number four TV show. Now, this show is really heavy, so if you don't like that kind of stuff, I would not advise you to watch it. I'm talking about Death Game. I watched this on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure if it's original, like you can watch it somewhere else, but that's where I watched it. And this is easily one of the most heartbreaking show I have seen. So I'm just gonna give you a context of this show. It's nothing spoilers. It's gonna be on the description when you go on to watch it. So basically, this guy he kills himself, but later on he finds death, like as in death, in the shape of a woman, and she's really pissed off because why did he take his own life? And then she makes him live in other people's shoes. She makes him live like 9 or 10 lives in order for him to understand like he took his life and it affects other people and everything. But that's the context of this show. But this show is easily like really fucking good. So if you really want to watch something that's heartbreaking and you can't find other shows, I'd advise you to watch this. But if you don't like that kind of stuff, I would not advise you to go into this. But anyway, this is my top four TV show. It only has one season, and it's easily one of the best one season TV show I have seen. And one more thing, if you're gonna watch a Death's Game on Amazon Prime in English dub, just don't, because it's in fucking AI and it's so bad. Like I watched 2 minutes of it and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I've never seen anything like that before, so I was really confused. So anyway, I would not advise you to watch that in English dub because in AI, because it's really fucking weird. I don't understand why they just not hire people to do their job and pay them money instead of getting fucking AI to do it. Anyway, I'm not gonna bitch about that too much. So let's talk about my top three TV show, which is, well, it's anime, but I'm just gonna call it TV show, Vinland Saga. This shit is so fucking peak. Now it's mostly about war, but overall the character development and everything in this show is really good. I'm not gonna get in too much into this TV show, but I had to put it on my list because it was really good. Now, one thing I've seen a lot of people say about this show that season 2 is bad, and I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Because season 1 and season 2, they were both good. The only difference is in season 2, there's not much fight. But other than that, it's still a really good season. And I hope, well, I think there's a season 3 coming, I'm not sure, but I'm really excited if there is. So anyway, there's not much to say about this show. It's really good, and again, this shit is heartbreaking as well. So if you're gonna go into it, just know this. And this is my number three. Anyway, let's talk about my number two. So my number two is Attack on Titans, another anime. Now I've made a video about this separately, so I'm not gonna go too deep into this. But oh my god, this was my first anime, and I didn't know how I would feel about this. For the first time when I was watching this, I really didn't think I'd like it, but it ended up being one of the best fucking things I've ever seen. So if you're like me out there and you're wondering that if you should watch it because it's an anime and you've never seen an anime, please watch this because this shit is so fucking peak. I just can't praise this enough. Anyway, I'm not gonna get too much into this because I've made a separate video, but this is my number second this year. So let's talk about my number one this year, the moment everyone has been waiting for. It's Mr. Robot. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that coming. You were wondering that if I was gonna say the Breaking Bad or something, but nah. In my opinion, Mr. Robot is easily one of the best fucking shows out there. Now, I'm not gonna get too much into this because there are a lot of plot twists in this show, and every plot twist is just so well done. And now, one thing I'm gonna say, if you're gonna watch this TV show, you have to watch this show. So Elliot is basically the main character in this show, and you kind of have to watch this show as if you are Elliot. Now, you can obviously watch it as your audience, but it's better to put yourself in Elliot's shoes and know that you are someone he's talking. So he talks to his. Well, I'm fucking spitting right now because I just love this show. So anyway, so he talks to his imaginary friend, and that is obviously you. The show makes that pretty clear, and you have to put yourself in his shoes in order to really like this show. Well, you're still gonna like it, but I think it's better if you put it in that perspective because of the plot twist and everything else. Now, one more thing I love about this TV show is the ending. The ending is fucking peak. One of the best fucking endings. That's my number one, number two endings I've seen in TV shows ever. It is so good. Like the character development and everything that happens in this show is good. Now, again, this show is really heavy and heartbreaking. So if you don't like that, I know I keep saying that, but I'll be honest, every show on my list is kind of really heavy and heartbreaking because I'll be honest, these are the shows I like to watch. Well, most of them. I like to watch comedy if it's done well, but most of the time I watch comedies and I just like it's not funny enough for me. Obviously, not everything is like boring, but many shows are just not funny enough. Anyway, so these are my top five TV shows. Mr. Robot is the number one. So let's moving on from this. I'm gonna talk about other TV shows I've seen, but I'm gonna talk about them real quick. So let's talk about the other show I've seen is From. So it's the people who made Lost. They made From, and I was really excited to get into it since Lost is my number, like it's the best show I've seen. So I went to watch it, but I didn't like it, and I stopped watching after two seasons because it has so many mysteries. Now, obviously, that's not a bad thing, but the only thing this TV show relies on are mysteries. So if you like, hey, if you like mysteries, I think you're really gonna like this show. But otherwise, like I do like mysteries, but the only thing this show is relies on are mysteries. The rest is just like the story and everything else is not really good, at least for me. Now I've went to Reddit and other reviews site where people are saying this show is a masterpiece and this is the best thing they've seen. That is perfectly fine, but it's just not for me. So let's move on from this. One other show I've seen this year is The Good Place. It's a comedy show. I saw like three episodes and then I backed out. I knew it wasn't for me. It was comedy, but it didn't make me laugh, so I left. And now the other show I've seen this year is The White Lotus. I only saw the first season of it, but now this was funny when it was funny, and but I ended up didn't like it. I didn't like the ending of this season, so I stopped watching it. Now I know this show has like kind of different story. Well, I think it has different storyline every season, like season one, season two, season three. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get into them, but we'll see. We'll see later on. One other show I've seen. Oh, I nearly whistled there. But one other show I've seen this year is Succession. I only saw one. Well, to be fair, I didn't even complete the first episode of this show, so I'm not really gonna like say if it's bad or good. I just didn't really watch it. I only saw the first episode, then I backed the fuck out. But maybe later on I will talk about this. I mean, I will watch it and then talk about this. So moving on from this, one other show I've seen this year is Peacemaker. Now the first season of Peacemaker was really good, but the second season, I'll be honest, I don't think it was all that. Cause so everything that happens to Peace, well, I've seen five episodes of Peacemaker, so this everything I'm saying is based on that. There are still like three or four episodes left. So everything that happens in the first season of Peacemaker to Peacemaker kind of just like they kind of just undo everything in season 2 so far, and I kind of don't like it. Like I don't think it's absolutely bad, but I don't think it's good, and I don't even think it's close to season 1 so far anyway. But even if it's good later on, I don't think it's gonna live up to the hype that it had because of season 1. So yeah, hopefully we'll see. We'll see. One other show I've seen this year is Barry. It's basically about this serial killer. I only saw the first season. Now again, this is a comedy show, and like always, it didn't make me laugh, so I kind of just left. And the story was just not good enough as well, so I backed the fuck out straight away. Well, after watching one season. One other show I've seen is Butterfly. Now, this, like, I'll be honest, it's just like a random one season show that I saw on Amazon Prime because I had the subscription. So I'm not gonna get into that too much. One other show I've seen is Alias. So this is basically about this spy show, but it was just getting really fucking repetitive. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was just getting repetitive. Every single episode was kind of the same thing. So again, I backed out. One other show I've seen is War of the Worlds. Now this is on Disney and it has 3 seasons, I think. I didn't like it enough because it wasn't suspenseful. Like every moment in this show just wasn't suspenseful, and was it just wasn't a good show. So I just again backed out. Now, this show I want to actually get into a bit deep. Defiance. Now this show I watched. I think I saw season 2.5, and then I stopped. But this show was like really good until season 2, and it just again it started getting repetitive really bad. But again, if you like something that's repetitive but it's good, I think you will like Alias and this Defiance is like kind of dystopian, but it's good but repetitive. So again, I backed out. Let's get on to another show. Now this show was actually funny. I'm talking about Fleabag. I saw it on Amazon Prime, and I think, like, I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I think if you like comedy, this show was really good. I know you didn't see that coming because I keep saying everything kind of don't make me laugh in TV shows, but this is funny, and I laughed it. I mean, I laughed at it. So let's move on to the next show. One other show I've seen this year is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I saw a movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a while back, but the show isn't that good. I would start watching after episode 4 or 5, I think, because nothing was happening, and the relationship between Mr. and Mrs. Smith is just really unnatural and inconsistent. So I backed out as always. Well, not as always, but as most of the other times. Now, let's talk about this show. This is the last show I've seen this year. Well, I'm still watching this. Not all the episodes has been aired yet, but this show is it's absolute fucking cinema, bro. This show is so fucking good. I'm talking about Welcome to Derry. Now, I love it movies. I know that's a hot take. Many people don't like them, but I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna talk about my opinion. But I think even if you don't like the movies, you will really like this show because it's really fucking good. Man, I know, like, this show is just a fucking masterpiece. I know it's like, it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but it just is that good. So, like, I know there's 2 episodes left, episodes 7 and 8 for me as of making this video, and I think this is easily one of the best shows, horror scary shows that there is, at least for me. But now, one thing, now I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about spoilers, but this is just one tiny spoiler. Not nothing big, but just one tiny spoiler I want to talk about. One thing I love about Welcome to Derry is how they deal with Pennywise. Bro, that shit is so fucking peak. So they build up the suspense throughout the whole fucking show. Every episode, every character, everything that happens is kind of building up to something. And Pennywise comes in actually way later on, probably like episode 5. And when it comes in, it's so fucking good. Even before that, it's really good. But I mean, the suspense that builds up around it is so fucking good, man. Also, the intro in this season. Now, many shows I've seen don't even have a fucking intro because they just don't bother doing it. And I think that's just really stupid. Stupid. I think every show should have an intro. And Welcome to Derry intro is one of the best I've seen as well. Most of the things about this show are one of the best. Now, this is as of talking right now. There's still 2 episodes I haven't seen, episode 7 and the finale, because it hasn't been aired yet as of making this video. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Welcome to Derry, I think is really good. So even if you don't like it movies, I think you're gonna like this. This shit is fucking peak. I didn't expect this much from this show, man. I'll be honest, but I'll be getting more into this show next year at the end of 2026 because I'll write down every show that I've seen and I'll talk about them then. Now, as of speaking of TV shows, there's a hot topic going on right now. Netflix buying Warner Brothers. And I'll be honest, we are fucking fucked. We are cooked, brothers. If you like Warner Brothers, you are fucked. Now, Netflix did say that they're gonna release movies in theaters still, even after buying Warner Brothers, and that's a big fat lie. I'll tell you that much. If you believe that, you might as well believe in fucking fairy tales because they're not gonna do it. You're probably gonna watch Batman, well, not Batman, but maybe later, like way later, on when DC movie comes in. You're probably gonna watch that in your couch. Most likely you will, because they're not gonna release movies in theaters. Like it's fucking Netflix. So I know, like at the moment, from the news I've heard, like all the big directors are fucking gathering in, like Christopher Nolan and Steven Spielberg, and trying to stop this. But I don't think they're gonna be able to. I think this shit is gonna go through, and it's really sad because I mean, you if you know me, you know I go to cinema a lot, and and later on I will make a video about movies as well that I've seen in cinema. So I really like cinema, and I've been to cinema a lot this year, even last year. And when it comes to Warner Brothers, I think they've made pretty decent movies. Like Barbie made over 1 billion, and many people liked it. I mean, I did like it. Anyway, the point is, we are fucked. Do not, and I mean, do not expect anything good out of this deal. Because the moment this deal is completely through, but that will happen, I think, after next year or maybe next year. But when it's completely through, they're gonna put everything that is on HBO Max on Netflix. And I think what would be a better option if they made a separately subscription, like people who want HBO Max and people who don't. But and knowing Netflix, they're not gonna fucking do that. So expect your subscription price to go up as well. And I mean, this time it's gonna go up a lot. So probably like $5 more, or even fucking $10 a month more. Who knows? But we're gonna find out soon. It's really fucking sad. I'll be honest. As someone who watches a lot of movies, this shit sucks ass. But what can you do? It was bound to happen. Many other big directors says this something like this was bound to happen, but we never believed them. So we're gonna see how it goes, but it's really sad. Anyway, this is it about this video. Thanks a lot if you watched the whole thing, and I'll talk about my favorite movies I've seen in cinema and in streaming services later on this year. Uh, anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.